Hey, this is Brad with Nomad Cycles, and I just wanted to show you a hard-to-fit chain line and what we did to make it work. Krampus is a freaking amazing bike. It's a good platform for electric assist. However, to fit these 3-inch 29 tires, the chainstay has to come out at a really steep angle, more than most, because it's fitting around a bigger tire than most. With that steep angle, which is, can you see that? It's right here. The motor couldn't fit in all the way against the bottom bracket shell. So the first thing I did was I put cassette spacers in between the motor and the bottom bracket, and it spaced it out enough that, if you can see there, this part's not hitting the chainstay, and neither are the teeth. So that was the second thing I did, was I got this 40 tooth chain ring, which required changing the motor cover plate, and it looks really freaking awesome. I tried all the other aftermarket chain rings, the one from Luna, the other one from Leaky. For one thing, the tooth count was too much, and it was hitting on this chainstay and not allowing the motor to go in all the way. So because the chainstay comes out at a steep angle here, you want to have the smallest tooth count possible so you could get it in the closest. So we did that, but even with it in as far as it could go, when you put it in the lower gears on a 9-speed cassette, first and second, even third a little bit, this chain would be so far over that it would come off on the inside of the chain ring. Even with this cool narrow wide tooth profile. So I did two things to fix that. One is we got this cool box components 9-speed derailleur and ultra wide 9-speed cassette. And what I did with that was I took 2 of the speeds out. I think third and, well anyways, I took 2 of the speeds out and put the cassette back together without them. Now it's a 7-speed cassette, but the spacing is 9-speed spacing, so it's a smaller distance between the gears. So now it's a 7-speed with 9-speed spacing. And then I spaced the whole thing out as far as it could go on the hub and still get good grip with the lock nut. So I used cassette spacers behind that. Then I locked out the derailleur so it can't go over the largest ring and derail into the spokes, and that improved the chain line a lot, but still in first and second it was trying to come off the tooth here. So I got this Paul Components chain keepers made for downhill bikes or mountain bikes anyhow, and it actually goes in between the motor and the bottom bracket as a spacer. This little bracket goes all the way down and fits around the spindle, the bottom bracket spindle. So between those 3, having the smaller chain ring, and this thing is handsome, the Leaky 40 tooth, highly recommend it. It took a little bit of finagling to get the bearing out of the original motor housing and into the new red one, but gosh, it looks cool. And spacing the whole motor out with cassette spacers, putting a chain keeper on there, and getting a 9-speed cassette and removing 2 of the speeds and locking out the derailleur. And in this case, because this cassette is so freaking huge, you still get a whole lot of gear inches. Let's fire it up and see what it sounds like. Okay, so, all right, that's in a high gear, so it doesn't. One hand. One more time. And the last one. There we go. So you can hear a little bit of rub on there. So I guess you know, it's possible that over time it's going to, well, obviously going to be rubbing on the inside of this plate. I don't think you're going to be running in these super low gears very often, unless you're climbing a really steep hill off-road. But at least you can use them when you need to. And also you can use this awesome bike platform for the HD motor, which I think is totally worthwhile. So hopefully that helps you if you're building a Surly Krampus and you're having problems with the spacing. Maybe that's a couple clues that you can use for your own build. There you go.